Hey everyone, this is Karan. Welcome back. In this video, we will talk about parameterized constructor. Now, the name itself states that if constructor takes parameter, then it is called parameterized constructor. If we create an object by passing argument, then parameterized constructor gets called. That is the difference. By passing argument, if we create an object, then parameterized constructor we require. By without passing argument, if we create an object, then we use default constructor. That's the difference. Now we have a few examples below of an instance complex C2. C2 is an instance and two parameters are passed 10 and 20. Here for C2 object, parameterized constructor which is taking two parameters we will call. Here for C3 instance, one parameter is passed. Here for C3 object, parameterized constructor which is taking one parameter will get called. How many and which type of constructor should exist inside a class depends on instantiation. Constructor calling sequence depends on order of object declaration. That's enough for the theory. Now we will open STS. I will delete this so that you can get so we can start in a fresh. Yeah. Now I will declare two fields int id and string name. Now we want to demonstrate a parameterized constructor. So to create a parameterized constructor, right click on the screen and you can see here source option. Under source option, go to generate constructor using fields. Whatever you want to initialize in the constructor, id, name, you can select, deselect and click on generate. Your constructor has been created automatically by STS. So STS is that really useful for you. It makes your job very easier. Now what we need is method to display the values. Let us create a method with the return type void display, and inside display method, oh no, we want to print id and name. So id, name, that's it. Now let's create objects of class objects. Now we will create object of class student 4 s1 equal new student 4. I will give id as 11, name as Karan and with semicolon. Another instance s2 new id I will give 12 as a parameter, and I will pass one more parameter name as a name Sushan. So then next is calling method to display the values of the object. Calling method to display. Now how to call a method? Now I will I need to call a display method on instance s1. S1 display s2 dot display. Now let's run this program by using shortcut key Ctrl plus F11. You can see guys in the console output is id and name, id and name. So this is the use of parameterized constructor. Now let us see few examples of parameterless constructor as well. We have seen it in earlier, but if we do it now, you will understand the exact difference between parameterless and parameterized. Now, with the with with we don't want to pass parameters, no id, no field. Now, red line here showing the constructor student s4 is undefined. That is, we don't have a default parameterless constructor or a parameterless constructor. So what we need to do for the same, we need to create a constructor. You have got an option here. IntelliSense is very useful, helpful, and you can create a constructor by clicking just here. Your constructor has been created below the parameterized constructor. This is the constructor. So you can just give a message inside parameterless constructor. Now if I comment these two lines s1 and s2, or don't need to comment, let's run this program and let's see the output. Did you see that, guys? Inside parameterless constructor gets called. So what happens is, first parameterless constructor gets called. Even if you give a message here, if you run it again, inside parameterized constructor prints two times, inside parameterless constructor prints parameters constructor prints two times, and then we get an output by using s1.display. So how it works is, first the flow is according to the object creation. You have created s1 object and s2. So first control comes to main method, and then your s1 and s2 object gets created, and hence and because it is parameterized, your first parameters constructor gets called. You can see in the console two times, two for the two instances parameterized constructor gets called. And then coming to the then control comes to the parameterless, then parameters constructor gets called two times, and then after calling all those parameters, we have called a method on instance s1 and s2. So that's it, guys. This is out. Now let's see one more point, s3 dot display. S3 dot display. Now run it again. Did you see, guys? Compiler by default provides us in 0 for integer type and null for string type. So this is the difference between parameterless and parameterized constructor. So I hope you guys have understood all about constructors, how does it work, types of constructors, parameterized, parameterless, and so on and so forth. That's it, guys. Thank you very much. Signing off for the day. Thank you.